Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Theme Thursday. We're going to do a little Veterans Day, which is coming up here really quick. Theme Thursday, we're going to do discipline. Now, people with the Clifton StrengthsFinder theme of discipline, people with discipline like order, they like predictability, they like intentionality. They like to create systems that work. There's something comforting in the understanding that you know what's coming next. That you know that today will be similar to yesterday. In fact, it was funny, I think a number of years ago in one of the Gallup resources I read, it was a study they did regarding assembly line employee workers in an automotive factory. And they found that some of the people who were the most emotionally engaged at their work on the assembly line specifically had discipline. Why? Because the repetition, the predictability of knowing what the job would be like every single day, while exhausting for some of you, is actually very life-giving for others. People with discipline, it does not mean they can't handle chaos. It means that the chaos that they are not empowered to bring order to is exhausting for them. They see patterns, they see systems, but it's almost always tied to having something accomplished. Now, I asked someone the other day what the difference was between a ranger and discipline and how they understood it. And they said to me, Mike, you know, rangers want to juggle and organize and coordinate things to make it work this time. Discipline wants to create systems to make sure it works every time. And so they see patterns, they see all the different resources that go into things, and they organize them so that methodically those things will snap in every single time, and it'll result in the results they want. And so people with the theme of discipline, they are exceptional at operations, getting things done, creating methodologies. Once you know the finish line, having a person with discipline around will bring order to your resources for really clear execution. And so things that are chaotic, things that don't work well together, things that are variable and customized might not be their sweet spot. So if you are disciplined and you have to deal with things that are interactive and kind of come and go, you may find that you have to build an organized, disciplined system that builds in for variance, that makes allowance for things. And so once you set your ends in place, you can work backwards and say, what are the variables? Well, I need to make sure that I'm planning for variable 1, but as high as variable 4. And so it's a very systematized thinking. So at the Dauphin Group, we talk a lot about communication, decision-making, and self-management. With communication, when you're communicating with discipline, communicate what the goal is, what the resources are, and then instead of telling them how it should work, invite them into the process of creating it. They actually like the act of creating the system and creating order. When it comes to self-management, when it comes to decision-making, they will naturally pick things that have a clear plan, that are well thought out, that have a clear destination attached. If that's unclear and you haven't done the work of how you're going to get there, you're just saying what you're going to, where you're going to land, they need to know that extra piece. And the last one is self-care. An orderly house, an orderly world. When it comes to taking care of yourself, discipline, on your most exhausted day, you may find that you feel the need to go home and vacuum. Okay, and you want to vacuum straight lines and things. The more stressed you get and the more the life feels out of control, the more you feel the need to exert control over things. So people may say to you, you're so tired at work, why are you being so focused on cleaning your closet today, or cleaning the garage, or mowing straight lines in the lawn? That's because it's life-giving. It's a life-giving act to bring order to things. So find ways you can do it. Don't let it become obsessive compulsive, but understand that creating order in smallest of fashions will actually give you energy to handle things that are out of order. Again, discipline likes order, predictability. It does not mean they can't handle chaos. It means that chaos that they are not empowered to bring order to can be exhausting. Does that sound like you? Does it sound like somebody else you know? If you've taken the StrengthsFinder or you know somebody else that has, and they have the Clifton strength of discipline, go ahead and tag them here. If you're interested in learning more about the Clifton StrengthsFinder or interested in talking to a coach about your profile, go ahead and shoot me an email at info@thedauphinegroup.com, and we'll see about connecting you with some good resources. That's the Theme Thursday for this week. Hope you're doing well. If you have something you'd like to see for next week's Theme Thursday, go ahead and shoot me a message at michael@thedauphinegroup.com or post a comment to this Facebook or YouTube page. Until then, take care of each other. Have a great weekend. Lead courageously.